and you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we staying in our cell. We get fed in our cells. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. This has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. I hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Wavy boy, go crazy.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, look, I hope y'all had a nice weekend. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend, but hey, we back at it. We back at it. Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. Good. Let me see who I got in there. Who we got in the chat. We got SC Kawanda Jeff. I see you, Willie. Cyber King Mike in the chat. Josh in the chat. Jeff. Kawanda. James Griffin in the chat. All right, well, it's Monday. And you know, before we start off, before we have to get all into the action and all the smoke, it's Monday and we got to get the Miracle Minister on the lines for the Monday prayer. How you doing, Miracle Minister Kevin?
Hey, my brother Tory, I'm doing well. I see you spreading love today. I see you on YouTube spreading the love, the Jordan love.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's all about the love right now.
It's all about love.
What the world needs now is love.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The Bears didn't need love yesterday, but we will talk about that later.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. You know, it was a good game. It was powerful, but like I said, the Bears still suck, and you got to understand that Green Bay needed to get this game out the way because there was a lot of trash talking. A lot of trash talking going on.
Yeah.
But it was a good game. I was surprised. It was. Caleb Williams he threw some passes that made me go, wow, you know. So, and Jordan Love just was amazing. Hot, red hot. So it was a good game.
That it was. I really enjoyed the parts that I was able to stay awake and watch. You know, but I was trying.
Well, they say, Josh in the chat said, Tory in a good mood after the Packers win. All week.
Absolutely. This going rain just not just the next day. This will last for a little while. We appreciate it. I don't know if Tony Swift will be on today, but if he is,
we got
Tony. I know
we got GP. We got GP coming in.
Okay, GP, are you with me? All right. That's good. But, I was thinking about yesterday. We were talking about teaching there on Sunday school lesson, we were talking about David and Goliath. And sometimes, you had Goliath was a big dude. I looked up his height, and he was like 9 feet 9 inches tall. He can't even stand up in your house, because most houses have like an 8-foot ceiling. So it's his shoulders at where your ceiling is at. But that's the kind of giants that we have to face sometimes, man. I ain't talking about them New York Giants. I talk about them giants that come into our lives trying to smash us. They weren't scared of us at all, making fun of us, mocking us. The enemy don't care. When he come back today, he don't have no fear for you. But them kind of giants that come into your life, man, you got to be like they was. He didn't have no fear for him either. Like this uncircumcised Philistine, you got to knock him down. And that's what kind of got me, when we come against these giants, I know you want to relate it to sports, you want to relate it to your spiritual walk, you want to relate it to your household, your job, your relationships, whatever giants come into your life, you can't fear them. You can't fear them at all. I know when you out there on the streets, you can't be worried about what somebody gonna say when you can't come to rescue some young lady up out of the trouble she's in. When you come to find out who did what and why.
Hey, well,
you can't be scared of the people out there.
You done witnessed a lot of this firsthand, Minister Kevin. You done showed up to a couple things that we was in the middle of stuff, in the middle of something that sometimes I can't even talk about it on the radio, but you an eyewitness.
No, you
get to see a lot of it.
Right. You're out there looking for somebody who did somebody wrong, and you can't. I know one time I had to call you because I had my cousin in that situation. I had to call you for what, Tory? What do I do, man? What do I do? I want to make sure I do. If I got a cousin who got caught up in this, and I want to get her out,
right?
So you have to face them giants, man. Whatever may come, you can't back down. You can't be fearful. Like we talk about when Jesus walking on water, Peter said he came out to walk with him, but then a little wind started blowing. You worried about the wind. Man, you walking on water, you worried about the wind blowing.
Right.
We can't worry about the small things or the giants, man. We got to just keep going toward it. Now we worry about the cold weather. Well, I ain't going out there now. It's cold.
I was just trying to tell somebody the other day, I don't care about what nobody trying to do. If I'm on something, I'm only trying to get the result. So however that look, it ain't no real blueprint to really get the result. And I always tell people, you just got to stay focused, because if you get caught up in the distractions, every distraction puts you behind in what you're trying to do. So I try to stay laser focused. And that's why I tell people, like, you really think I care about what you're talking about? I really don't. I don't care. Only thing I'm trying to do is get an outcome, and the outcome is not credited on what you say. It's credited on making sure that anybody that I'm dealing with or have requested my services get something tangible in the process. That's it.
But Tory, what if you go against somebody? Say you try to get somebody, and the person you going against 9 feet 9 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say, no, I'm not going to do this one? No.
I ain't never said. I ain't never felt that way. I ain't never felt that way. So I don't know how that feels. You just go do it.
So you would never get that done if you feel that way.
Right, facts. I never felt that way. I never felt like an obstacle was too big. Now, was I overwhelmed? Like, okay, this looked crazy when I first heard it. Yeah, I mean, I heard what was going on. I was like, that is crazy. Like, wow. But after that, I have to get surgical.
But you find a way to overcome.
Yep, exactly. So, but at the end of the day, if God is for you, He's more than the world against you. If God is on your side,
that's right.
Hey, if God ain't on your side, you just been taken for a ride.
You don't want to be taken for a ride. You might end up at the wrong hospital. I ain't gonna say no names, but you might end up in the wrong hospital, and it's goodbye for you.
Well, that's why we need the prayer. That's why we need prayer more than ever. I need everybody that's out there in radio land to gather together, to get on one accord. This is Monday. It's coming close to the end of 2025, Minister Kevin, and it was a lot that went on this year. And I think that people need to start understanding how you want to take on and tackle this next upcoming year. It's a lot going on, but we together as a community can save ourselves. And I appreciate you for this Monday prayer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Heavenly Father, we come to you once again in need of your provisions. Some of us are in urgent need of your protection, some of your guidance, and others your grace and your mercy. We find ourselves in dismay because sometimes we look at what's in our sight rather than what's in our heart. If we can trust in you, with all of our heart. Those things that we see with our eyes won't seem to be as big as we thought they were. When we see those giants come into our lives, give us the strength and the courage not only to face them, but also to conquer them as well. For we know that all things are possible to him that believes. I speak life and life more abundantly in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hey, anything else you want to say, Miracle Minister Kevin?
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to get into the show. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Your benefits, competitive. And you built a culture so healthy, it's practically kombucha. Also, you can recruit the best. Building the strong workforce your company needs, that's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where skills get built, best practices get hands-on practice, and industry-led programs equip candidates for their first day. Going up. By graduation day. Here's to turning real up-and-comers into your next hires. Here's how you get there. Here at MATC.
Are you ready for open enrollment? Now through January 15th, you can explore affordable health insurance options if you don't already have coverage through your job, Medicare, or Medicaid. The Community Health Access Program, CHAP, helps residents find affordable plans and guides you through the enrollment process, connecting you with resources to support your family. CHAP is a program of the City of Milwaukee Health Department. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/CHAP. That is milwaukee.gov/CHAP, or calling 414-286-8620.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Packers beat the Bears. Powerful win. I got a bet going with Black Conscious, and I already got one in the books. If the Packers win again, my friend, you're gonna have to come up with it. You have to come up with it. That fingernail polish. Hey, look, we gonna talk about that in the Pop Culture Report with GP coming through. But I want to talk about this. State lawmakers seek to end emissions testing requirement in southeast Wisconsin. Now, I know a lot of y'all riding around right now scared to take that emissions test. This might be good news for you. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video. Let's listen.
A common sight at Butler Auto Body is a car rolling in because its owner needs an emissions test in order to renew the license plates.
So when I heard this morning that they're contemplating eliminating it for our area, I thought, is that going to be a bad or good thing for my businesses?
While owner Greg Gensch has questions, the 18 lawmakers who signed a letter to Wisconsin's congressional delegation are certain.
And that's all I want for Christmas is get rid of the emissions testing.
Republican State Representative Bob Donovan is leading the push. The lawmakers note in 2021, 8.2% of cars made between 1996 and 2009 failed emissions tests, but only 1.6% of cars made between 2010 and 2019 failed.
The technology in automobiles has improved significantly. We didn't have electric cars 40 years ago.
Saying, okay, only 1% fail that have been, that are of the newer cars is kind of like saying, well, we do water quality testing and most of the time that comes out fine, so why do it anymore?
Environmental groups like Clean Wisconsin say with the Trump administration looking to lower fuel efficiency standards, now is not the time to pull the plug on emissions testing.
So those two things combined are going to lead us on a path straight backwards.
Currently, emissions testing is required in 7 southeastern Wisconsin counties.
Butler Auto Body is one of about 180 shops across southeast Wisconsin that offer emissions testing. For the operators, is it worth it?
It's probably 50-50. We do get some business out of it. We don't get paid really that well for doing it. However, it's more of a courtesy.
While Gensch sees it as a courtesy, others view it as either a necessity or an outdated demand.
I agree. I don't think that they should be doing them. It's like an extra tax on the people. Make sure you do your emissions test. It's just hitting the people in the pocket. And if they can get rid of it, I'm all for it. If they can get rid of emission testing, I mean, it's some people that can't even get their license renewed because of this. Because maybe they have something going on where, it's not registering right, or, I know some people driving around right now, they failed the emission test. I mean, now they got a car that they paying gas for, keeping the maintenance up on, and they can't even drive it, so they're taking a chance at getting tickets. And you know how we feel about getting tickets in Milwaukee. They got a ticket with your name on it, over 500,000 tickets they want to write. So it's just a headache. It's just a headache. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Do y'all think that we should get rid of the emissions test? Somebody let me know, because some of y'all driving in cars right now that can't pass the emissions. Some of y'all do need emission tests. Now, when the smoke coming out the tailpipe, yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I don't think y'all should be driving around like that. Now, if they eliminate the emissions, I wonder. I don't want that. Where they got the black smoke coming out the tailpipe, they couldn't fix it. I ain't saying do all of that. But let me know what y'all think in the chat. Sylvia says, hell yeah, I'm sick of paying for getting my license renewed. Cyber King Mike says, I just went through this, spent about $2,500 just to pass my emissions. Somebody, Brewers says, explicit word emissions. Mo the Elephant says, when they decide to start taking regulations away, it is not a good sign. As long as they find an alternative that is fine, they should talk to car manufacturers first. Well, I think it's unnecessary. It's an unnecessary tax. And like the person that said that they had to spend a lot of money to pass the emissions test, that's all they do. They say, okay, you got to go get this fixed. And then so you got to go to the auto mechanic, and this is money that you probably don't even have to spend just to get your car right. You got so many things that's going on in your life, and this emissions is just one less thing that you should, have to deal with. I'm for getting rid of this. I think everybody should be for getting rid of this emission thing because it's costing you money. unnecessarily. So you go pay for the car. All of a sudden, you thinking everything's sweet. You got a high car note, and now you got to pass the emissions. You thought you was in the clear. You thought everything was smooth sailing till you went to the emissions test, and now they say you got to go get all of this checked out, and now you got to pay an extra $2,000 or something to get the problem fixed. Get rid of it. Somebody said you can't get your tags if your emissions ain't right. Yeah, see, it's a hindrance, especially in where I live on the north side. It's a hindrance. Nobody don't want to. I'm barely. I got my budget. All of a sudden, I got to do emissions. You about to tear my whole schedule up, my whole budget schedule up. You know Christmas is coming. Why y'all want to take the Christmas money? That's bad.
Damn.
That's bad. Also, I want to talk about, it's something that happened down in Texas. Let's see if we can get this story up. Texas troopers found 23 hidden immigrants in a semi-truck cab during a traffic stop. 23 immigrants was hiding in a semi-truck cab. They got some footage on this. I mean, these people, why are you in a country where you got to, put yourself in a life or death situation? This is why I tell people, I got an immigration story out of Minnesota that I want to tell people because it was bad. How you in a country with no rights? That's wild because some people will take advantage of you. But we got some footage on this. Texas trooper finds 23 hidden immigrants in a semi-truck cab during a traffic stop. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got some footage. Let's listen.
Can you show me 1038 here with a white bobtail Lee No 28?
Do you have a CDL?
I do, but like I said, I don't have a picture of it on here.
Not right now. Okay. In terms of the violations, you don't have a CDL and you're operating a motor vehicle. You're not supposed to be driving a commercial motor vehicle. Okay, and who are you calling right now? I'm just curious.
Calling my lawyer.
Your lawyer?
I can't reach. Open it.
Yeah.
Que no se muevan, no se muevan,
no se muevan,
no se muevan.
Nadie.
Están todos rodeados.
Get more out. Ponte tus manos en tus cabezas, ¿ok? Ahorita vamos a sacar.
They need to go back home. They need to go back home for real. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I understand trying to get in a better space in life if you want to, but you got to go through the process. They want me to go out here and get Lil Ray, and I do. Matter of fact, I spend all my time trying to help people resolve unresolved issues. So I'm not going to let up on Hector. I'm not going to let up on Hector. Hector got to go home. He got to come through the right way. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
If better sleep has been hard to come by, you're not alone, and the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhoffels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattresses to Steinhoffels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't just do anywhere. Right now, Steinhoffels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our Truth Nation listeners. Head to steinhoffels.com to learn more today. Helix Sleep at Steinhoffels. Better sleep starts now.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
yeah, it's going to be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles.
The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
You're just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Most elves have pointy shoes. I have 4 paws.
Ho, ho, ho. Pallet, how's my favorite helper making the season shine?
Oh, just sprinkling a little color wherever I go. You see, Santa, my person's a veteran, and some days the memories are heavy. When her skies turn gray, I help fill her heart with shades of hope, the purple of laughter, the blue of courage, and the happy hue of joy.
Sounds like you're painting the world brighter.
That's right, Santa. I'm more than her service dog. I'm her living paintbrush. With every swoosh of my tail, I add a stroke of cheer to her canvas. With every longing gaze, I brush love on the picture we're creating together. A masterpiece, wrapped in warmth and tied with a bow.
Now that's a gift you can't put under a tree.
This season, help paint the picture. Learn more at dogsinc.org.
Oh, oh, oh.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers defeated the Bears 28-21 in a crucial rival matchup. The Bears dropped to 9-4 while the Packers improved to 9-3-1. Head coach Matt LaFleur after the game.
Got to give the Bears a ton of credit. I mean, it was going to be a tough challenge, and it was exactly that. It took a full 60 minutes, and we're fortunate that we made a play when we needed to at the end of the game. But
Packers head to Denver next Sunday to take on the 11-2 Broncos. It's in-season tournament week in the NBA, and the Bucks fell out of the competition. That means their next game is Thursday against the Boston Celtics. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Badger Volleyball gets the sweep this weekend against Eastern Illinois and UNC. The team advances on to the Sweet 16. Their next matchup is against Stanford in Austin, Texas on Friday. Their game begins between the hours of 1 and 2 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
.101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by GP, Truth Nation Insider.
What it do?
In studio on the Monday.
Feeling good.
After Packers win, Packers-Bears, Packers came out on top.
What they say, GPG. It was a good win. It was a rough start at first. The first quarter, I should say, was a little dicey. I know Jordan Love had a really bad interception, but guys made timely plays. Obviously, they got Reed back. Josh Jacobs was fantastic as always, 20-something carries, 80-something yards, and a touchdown. But the main thing is that I think Watson is showing glimpses of what we thought he could be. Again, long touchdown as well as Bo Melton.
He looks healed.
Right. He looks healthy. He looks right. Healthy. He's cooking safeties. He's cooking corners one-on-one. And
Jalen Reed looks healed.
Yeah. And Jordan Love is starting to kind of move like Favre a little bit to me, or kind of like Aaron Rodgers. You see him throwing off his back foot. He's
perfect pass.
Trusting receivers to go get it and go make plays.
He's on fire right now. Jordan Love, the last couple games I think that it was starting to be some backlash, but I think that we got over it. I think that now this is the Packers team that we thought we had.
Yeah, they thought that, or they wanted Jordan Love to take more of a command of the offense, and now they have more of a balance. They can obviously hand the ball off in between the tackles, and they can run for 3 to 4 yards to set themselves up in positions to pass. And so
a lot of people was bragging on Chicago's running game, but it got stuffed.
Yeah, it did.
They was running hard, but the Packers defense, they was only talking about the pass rush. But the Packers defense is probably the best defense in the league right now. After taking on that Chicago rush, I was very impressed how the Packers was able to stop the Chicago's run because that was their bread and butter. That's how Chicago set up everything off the run. They couldn't get it going against the Pack.
Yeah, the Bears, they love to come out with, two tight ends. They use Love, or not Love, they use Komet, and they use Loveland in, blocking situations, play action as well. And they had Monagai, and they have, Swift as well. And they averaged, I think, around 3 or 4 yards a carry. But they made timely stops when they obviously, Caleb was running for his life the entire game. And he made a lot of crazy timely throws. And so,
I would say this. Caleb did a couple passes that I thought were just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal passes.
Sideline, over the shoulder. He was hitting receivers.
The one in the end zone, just perfect. But Jordan Love was on a whole nother level. When he finally got out of that first quarter, he opened up, and even though Chicago gave some resistance, the Packers seemed to have it under control when it comes to the offense. And the offense right now looks like it's running like we can score on anybody.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. I think they're getting healthy at the perfect time. Again, they essentially now control their destiny. They're 9-3-1. They're number 1 in the NFC North. And they've obviously beaten, some of the Giants that they needed to beat in the division. They handled the Vikings pretty easily. They handled the Lions in that rematch, as well, sweeping them this season. And so, again, they play the Bears again. If I can look at the schedule really quickly as well, they kind of have to run down into they have to not lose their hunger. I think that's the main thing here. Again, they're proving who they are. They know exactly what they do well at this point, and they need to kind of stick true to it. And obviously, if all things considered, if they win out, they play a couple teams that are struggling to get rhythm right now. Ravens obviously lost to the Steelers yesterday, and so they might have to kind of fold it in. That's the last home game of the season for the Packers here. So we'll see what they kind of have. I don't want to say left in the tank, but it's kind of that time where they're getting comfortable. They know that they're a playoff caliber team, but they need to keep proving it and trying to prove it, week in, week out. Obviously, we've seen them lose close games before earlier in the season, but in this game was a little closer. It was a nail biter, save for that touchdown that they scored. Josh Jacobs got in the end zone, I think, with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, and Keyshawn Nixon with the timely interception.
The Bears did surprise me, though. This Bears team, they got talent. I'll say that. But not Green Bay Packer talent. But what I'm saying is it's better than the Bears of the past. But this team with Caleb, it seems like it's going in the right direction.
Yeah,
I don't want them to beat the Packers. I don't believe they'll ever be able to beat the Packers. But what I'm saying is I didn't think that this game was going to be what we thought the Detroit Lions game was going to be, the battle of who's on the top of the division.
Yeah,
it was. Chicago is taking those steps just like Green Bay, but they still need, they may need Jesus to come down there and play for them if they want to beat the Packers.
Yeah.
God is a Packers fan.
Exactly. He's sitting up high in Lambeau Field right now. But I think the best part, for me, obviously, I'm a de facto Packers fan because I moved here. This is my home now. I think it feels good when you have a rivalry that really means something again. Obviously, when Aaron Rodgers was leading the NFC North and he was whipping up on the Packers year in and year out, they used to call them little brother. They didn't offer much resistance, save for a couple nail biters here and there. And it really feels like we have to give our best when we do go play them now. And so they go to Soldier Field in a couple days, if that, which is a tough place to play, obviously with the weather and all the fandom and all the kind of other things that come with it. And so I think if you're a Packers fan, you enjoy the fact that you have somebody that's kind of there neck and neck that you have to prove game in or every time that they do step out on the field that we still own this division.
And I think that the NFC North is the toughest division in football.
I would not argue with that.
I believe the black and blue division has always been a tough division, but I think every team in the black and blue division have taken steps because everybody's trying to model after the Packers or create a team that can beat the Packers. So when they beat the Packers, it's like they win in the Super Bowl at that point.
Yeah.
And so when you talk about where we're playing in the level that you have to be on to play in the division, I like to see every team in our division actually, have or be able to challenge. Because, that means that we can run through the division, get our stuff together, get in the playoffs, be ready, and try to challenge that Super Bowl. And I think this year the Packers can challenge the Super Bowl with that defense.
Right. I think this is the thing for the Packers here. Again, this is a battle-tested team now. Again, 9-3-1. They had a couple slip-ups, obviously, against some bad teams earlier in the year with the losses to, the Panthers, the Browns, and the Eagles, obviously, which is essentially the standard right now, the team that obviously won it last year. And so that's who you have to compare to. And so you get you get the chinks in your armor, and you come down the schedule when you know every game is all that more important, especially in your division. And so, obviously with them, or the games that they have left on the schedule, they play the Broncos on the road, 3:25 kickoff, which is another playoff team that will probably win their division. And so this is another test. The team has to keep finding ways to test themselves and kind of grow as the season goes on. And they'll be very dangerous. Again, if this is a team that you have to go to Lambeau to play in January or December, you're nervous because they have control, they play with pace, and they play with a lot of energy. They have a lot of talent. And so the defense,
they may be second seed right now.
Right, yeah, they're sitting in second right now, sitting in second in the NFC and first in the division. And so, again, you're going to have to play a team. A team is going to have to go on the road, a team that's probably going to be an 8 or 9 team win. And that's a tough place to play. It's going to be negative temps probably in a couple weeks in Lambeau. And
somebody in the chat is wondering, why did you ditch the New York Giants and the Jets?
They ain't really do nothing.
You from New York, hey?
Well, it's hard to root for Eli Manning and all those other guys.
Oh, wow. Eli won the championship.
Yeah, he did, but they wasn't good when they did it.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't exciting to me. I was a Yankees fan, diehard Yankees fan. I'll always be a Yankees fan. But the Giants, they're not even in New York. They're in New Jersey.
Wow.
Keeping it all the way. If we keeping it all the way tall, they out in New Jersey by the power plants and all that stuff. So
wow.
We ain't really thinking about the Giants and the Jets, but it is what it is.
They trying to sweat you in the chat.
Yeah, I know they own me. They own me. I got a lot of weird alliances. But.
Well, look, when we come back, I want to talk about this Diddy doc. You seen the doc?
I did. I saw the documentary.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get your what you took from the doc. When we come back.
All right.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more conversation with GP. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Your benefits? Competitive. And you built a culture so healthy, it's practically kombucha. Also, you can recruit the best. Building the strong workforce your company needs? That's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where skills get built, best practices get hands-on practice, and industry-led programs equip candidates for their first day.
Going up.
By graduation day. Here's to turning real up-and-comers into your next hires. Here's how you get there. Here at MATC.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by GP,
What
Truth
it
Nation
do?
Insider. The Diddy doc, The Awakening, The Reckoning.
The Reckoning, yeah.
It seems surgical the way that they put pieces together of Diddy's career. It was very surgical, and it was information in the doc. They came with the receipts.
Absolutely. It was well researched. It was well put together. I think the biggest thing for me when I watched the documentary, or my biggest takeaway, there was no remorse and there was no self-awareness. I think
on Diddy's behalf.
Yes, the documentary starts, obviously, he's holed up in a hotel room, essentially, I don't want to say awaiting his fate, but as they keep mentioning, it's 5 or 6 days before he actually is arrested. I know we saw the video where he was brought out in the hotel lobby. And it doesn't seem like he's necessarily trying to prove his innocence. He's just trying to control the narrative, as he always has. And so obviously it goes back and forth. It talks about his childhood and how he was raised and kind of the role models and the people that he saw growing up. His mother, Janice being a hustler, his father is tragically slain. Obviously he was a drug dealer. He was out there hustling, getting money. And that was, what set the precedent for him growing up. He wanted to go get it by any means because essentially he didn't have anyone else there, I guess, to kind of learn from or kind of teach him the trade. Andre Harrell became his everything. But he knew Andre Harrell was also an opportunist. And so Andre Harrell is kind of the smaller monster, I think, inside of Diddy. He felt betrayed, obviously, when, Harrell cut him loose. But Diddy became too big for his britches. And
but then he ended up working for Diddy, for Bad Boy.
Again, the master or the mentor kind of, sometimes outshadows the mentor. It's not as, or the mentor or the mentee outshadows the mentor. I think that's kind of what it was.
Why is 50 getting backlash? I mean, a lot of people are saying that 50 is super petty. Why is 50 getting the backlash? He's exposing Diddy. He's raping people.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Mm-hmm. He's beating on women. He's doing all these things to people.
Calling shots.
And it seems like people are overlooking all of that and saying 50 is a hater.
It's because...
Is he a hater, or should this information actually be out to the public?
I think it's a little bit of both. Again, when we talk about 50, his career did very much so profit from beef and drama and, other street nonsense kind of that Diddy obviously got, himself engaged with. He obviously had relationships and friendships with drug dealers and Crips, at which Keefe D alleged to, obviously, on the tape where his proffer, or when he went in for his taping, his proffer agreement. I think people don't take it seriously because they know how petty and how, I don't want to say off or unhinged that 50 Cent is, but 50 Cent, again, will do anything that he can to dig at anybody that he needs to dig at. And so a lot of people are kind of on social media like you're never supposed to kick another black man when he's down, but wrong is wrong. Right
but
is right.
This is somebody that women are on there crying, talking about they were unconscious when he raped them.
Yes.
Okay, so is this what we trying to protect? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, so if you get it in the right perspective, Diddy did some horrible things to people.
And it's all documented. Again.
It's all documented. Receipts was all there.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I'm seeing that Diddy got in this position by any means necessary. Mm-hmm. But he left a trail of hurt along the way. A lot of women felt like they were unconscious when whatever he did to them happened. A lot of accusations about him being responsible for the death of Tupac and Biggie.
Right.
With the receipts right there.
Right. Yeah. I think another thing,
What's going on with that?
Yeah. The toughest part, again, for me when I watch this documentary is that there's always people who were there and lived it and experienced it, but they were also trying to carve out their own path, and they were not willing to stop any of this destruction or any of this illicit behavior or any of this kind of, this energy that he kind of created. Again, he wanted to be the top dog, and he was threatened by anyone that kind of had a little bit of, leeway or kind of influence on the game like he did. As he mentioned, or as they mentioned in the documentary, he was afraid, I believe he was afraid of Tupac necessarily stealing Biggie and kind of signing him as his own artist. I think that was something that Tupac kind of wanted to do, obviously. He was in cahoots, with Suge Knight, and they had a really good relationship because Suge Knight was known for being very fair and very equitable to some of his artists. And Diddy, obviously, as you saw, like the clip when they were at the party or at his birthday party, it seemed like they were having a really tense conversation. And I don't know, obviously, we don't know what the audio or kind of what that alludes to. But I do think that Diddy saw, I don't want to say the writing on the wall. Obviously, he knew what happened with him and Andre Harrell and how he kind of surpassed him. He never wanted to be in that situation. And so he knew how to fine-tune and kind of pick and comb at people in order to stay in control and stay on top as long as he possibly could.
Diddy had the nice guy on the outside, but on the back end, he was blowing up people's cars.
Hey, man.
He was, setting people up to get allegedly killed. But on the top side, he was, let's be, cordial. But on the backside, it seemed like it was a whole nother person.
Yeah, he was a mastermind. I think, and we see all the clips and all the interviews, obviously, and he's sitting there, hair all jerry curled, jewelry shining, nice smile, and he could talk his way out of any situation, obviously. Same way. It all started. I think it started, too, with the basketball game. I don't know how you talk yourself out of not having to pay or kind of dealing with the consequences of 9 people being trampled to death because of an event that you put on. And, for your own glory and your own kind of respect.
A celebrity basketball game.
Right. And then that obviously translated into the, the performance, which is one of the most memorable performances of all time following Biggie's death. And it obviously comes out later on that Faith Evans said she didn't even want to do the performance at all. And obviously Sting kind of profited from that too as well. He signed over and kind of had a deal. But it goes to show how far Diddy was willing to do because he knew the opportunities that lied ahead. That song is probably one of the most memorable performances of all time. But the negative connotation that kind of comes behind it now, once you see the documentary, really puts it into question. Did he ever really care about this man, or was he looking at Biggie as another step up on the ladder?
Well, the thing that I didn't like, if this is true, is that he charged Biggie's funeral to Biggie.
I think they came out and I think they came out and said that wasn't true.
Okay.
I think, but
who said that?
I believe
his mom,
his estate, someone from his estate,
okay.
From someone in the estate. I need to double check that, but I do think that is false.
Okay,
I don't think that's real.
I was like, let me figure out if that was something that actually took place, where he found a way, because they were saying that when he was in people's videos, he would pay himself.
Which I believe. I wholeheartedly
they said
that.
every time he did anything, he would insert himself into people's videos on the album. He would pay himself, but everything was in his mother's name. Right. So he would, and a lot of people tell you to set it up like that. If you really know how to do business, kind of don't own anything, but kind of own everything.
Yeah, he left no stone unturned. I think the biggest thing too is, well, he talked about the situation where I'm blanking on his friend's name. I believe his friend's name was Kirk Burroughs. Kirk Burroughs, who claims to be the co-owner of Bad Boy Records, and he talks about the scenario where he came into the office with the bat and basically made him sign over his 25% with the promise of giving it back. And obviously Kirk had all the information and the numbers and kind of everything, so he knew the kind of pressure that he had to put on him. And Kirk said, basically, this isn't worth my life. Like, I knew where I wanted to be, and I knew the path that he was kind of on. So a lot of people kind of, took it on the chin, essentially, because they wanted to be around Diddy. As he said, Andre was the way into the game for him, and he became the method. He became the way that people survived and thrived in the game, which is Mary J. and Total and all the other bands and acts that kind of got involved in it. And I would have loved to have heard their perspective, but even Craig Mack's wife, Craig Mack obviously had a very tragic demise. I believe he died of AIDS, but he was broke at the height of his career. I don't know how you go from being nominated, for a Grammy to your owner or the A&R of your label or the CEO of your label only being able to give you $100 out of your pocket. And so, again, it goes to show that a lot of people took it on the chin, and I hate to kind of minimize it because obviously people's experiences are their experiences, but people knew that they had to take what they had to take from Diddy, no pun intended.
Well, this is why I think that AI is about to take over, because Diddy was the least talented out of all these artists, but came up the biggest.
Right.
And the most, because it's determination to, by any means necessary, get to the top, no matter if he had to take out anybody. And now I'm seeing that the beginning of something else. I think Diddy is the reason where everything is about to shift, because he was the last of the gatekeepers of modern music that we knew. Now, AI is finna run the next 20, 30 years of music, to me. And you don't need a studio or anything. Now they finna cut that all out, and they finna start afresh.
Yeah, when I think of kind of, I guess, where music is kind of shifting towards today, especially in relation to Diddy, I think and I hate to say it this way, but I think Diddy was lucky. I don't think Diddy really ever had any talent at all. He really was in the right situation with the right guys and the right mastermind.
But he had the determination to do, because they said that Andre Harrell, he went and served him like a slave.
Yeah. But
just to get close to him.
And that's the thing. He was the fly on the wall. He was the ultimate opportunist.
They said he ran to the store.
Yeah, ran back and forth in 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes, yeah. Like he was determined to get close to Andre Harrell. Yep. And every time they put him in a situation, he was so determined to overcome. Like he controlled the way that the artists dressed, the way that they sounded. Yep. He put the beats together. He took Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. He did a lot of things to his credit due to his pure determination, and he was the least talented person in the room.
Yeah, I think the talent, obviously the talent kind of just walked in the door, and obviously Andre Harrell gave him free reign. I could not imagine being an A&R in my first year, and in walks Jodeci, and all I got to do is style him and let them, rap over this kind of beat that I can't engineer and that I can't fine-tune. Because Mark Curry...
He wasn't even a producer.
But that's the thing. Mark Curry alluded to it. Mark Curry was like, he didn't have any kind of musical prowess. He didn't know notes. He couldn't, fine-tune.
But he could tell what was a hit.
Right, but he had an ear and he had an eye for it because of the blueprint that Andre Harrell kind of laid out for him. He just became an even bigger monster than, Andre Harrell or anybody else would have imagined. Andre Harrell never wanted to fire him, but he knew he basically saw the writing on the wall before other people did, I think. And even when you talk about other, all the other characters that were in his life, there's Capricorn Clark and there's J-Lo and there's Kim Porter and there's Cassie, all the other people that kind of had to deal with the wrath of his success. And I do think, again, Cassie kind of got it, or, the worst later on, because I think he tried to mold her or Aubrey O'Day as well into his next J-Lo. And
that was sad with Aubrey, because she said that it was a lady that said she saw her unconscious with Diddy and another guy sexually abusing her that she don't even remember.
Right.
That gotta be horrible, because even Lil Rod came on and said that he was partying so hard with Diddy. Some nights he'll wake up next to like girls, and then some nights he'll wake up next to Diddy, laying next to him, and he was sore.
They said Lil Rod took Sean's John. That's what they were saying. I saw that in the comments online, but it's no laughing matter. Again,
that's wild.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that
waking up sleeping next to Diddy, like he's sleeping next to you.
I'll be damned. I got some good friends.
Wow.
I'll be damned. I'm saying I'll be damned. I wake up sore next to somebody I trust.
But
I don't know.
But I mean, and that goes to show, like when I was talking about this the other day, like, are they drugging people? I mean, everybody wants to go out and hang out with these people, and have a good time, and they wake up and don't even remember what happened the next day because they're going so hard and they're being sexually abused.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, too.
Wow.
Especially, too, with the escort that kind of mentioned that, which is even this is even crazier, too. This is the really, really weirdest part of the documentary. I believe March 9th is the anniversary of Biggie's death, if I'm not mistaken. And basically, he said that they would have a Biggie day. So, like, why are you flying out an escort to celebrate my dead memory? That's crazy. I don't understand that part of that. Basically, they was flying.
Freak off.
Yeah, they was freaking off on Biggie's, anniversary of his death, which is crazy. But again,
every breath I take, every move I make.
Yeah, and the escort, again, he was there, lips sealed, lips shut, drinking Ciroc, getting to do whatever he wanted to do with Cassie, while Cassie was getting drop kicked and punched in the chest.
Wow.
Allegedly, obviously, there's no, I guess video. There's video of him or Diddy doing it, but not in that guy's presence. But again, it just goes to show you that he thought he was invincible. And the tape that they kind of use as the intro and the outro to every single episode, it shows you that he really didn't give a damn about what was going on in the first place. He was outside in Harlem smoking weed with Jim Jones, taking shots of tequila 5 or 6 days before they ended up arresting him. And he basically had a bunch of yes men. You can kind of hear in the background.
Well, then
also.
It was one part where he said that once he get away from around black people, he got to go take a shower and cleanse himself.
That killed me.
Like, that's wild.
That killed me.
Like he felt like he was around a disease.
Yeah, it reminded me.
Almost.
It reminded me of that scene from White Chicks, Negro, Please.
Oh, wow.
When the guy draped the coat on him or whatever, he kind of said he wanted to run home and take a hot bath. But I don't understand how you could turn your back on, again, the people that loved you and embraced you and,
Well, he used them when they needed, just like the politicians.
Yeah, and that, security guard talking about that,
when it's time for elections,
Yeah. I don't know. This documentary, again, a lot of the stuff is alleged and a lot of the stuff is not necessarily proven in court yet, obviously, because there's so many open pending cases. And he'll be fighting cases until he dies. He'll be damn near like, Bill Cosby or R. Kelly. There's always going to be someone else that musters up the courage.
Is it over? Is Diddy's career over due to this documentary?
Yeah, he's toxic.
Is it over? Is he done?
Yeah, I think once he comes
even
home,
when he get out.
Yeah, once he comes home, I don't think there's anyone that would touch him with a 10-foot pole. Again, there's only going to be more think pieces, and there's only going to be more documentaries kind of painting, an even further story into the dark, dastardly days of bad boy entertainment.
Wow.
So,
well, thank you, GP, for the Pop Culture Report.
As always.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in.
Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo,
you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's sweet for a couple months. Yes!
There you go.
Yes. That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something? Y'all holler back at y'all. I got money now. I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. A large investment will go towards the creation of an AI programming lab in Waukesha. Waukesha County Technical College received a $2 million donation from the New Berlin-based company Piper Power. The money goes towards building a second floor for the new Applied AI lab. The second floor will give the college a chance to consolidate programming and the technology program into one building. Fired for making racist comments at Cinnabon and Ashwaubenon, the employee at Bay Park Square Mall was recorded making offensive remarks toward a customer wearing a hijab, even calling herself a racist. The interaction was captured on video. Cinnabon commented on the viral video that the worker was fired. The company emphasized that the employee's actions do not reflect the company's values. Milwaukee County bus riders will have to pay more to ride starting in January. The Milwaukee County Transit System says the fixed rate for one adult to ride the bus will rise from $2 to $2.75. Reduced fare rates themselves will rise as well from $1 to $1.25. Monthly riders could pay as close to $1,200 for all of 2026. The increased rates come as the transit system faces a $14 million budget gap for next year. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Wavy boy, go crazy.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got guests. We got J. Mose and Miss Teresa in studio. They got a small business mixer coming January 17th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And me and Liz Brown will be hosting the event as well. How y'all doing?
We're doing good, man. Doing really, really good. This is also an evening of celebrations. So we have several, and I'm going to let you bring me through the whole piece, but I just wanted to say this is an evening of celebrations, y'all. January 17th. This is MLK weekend, man. So we want we want to do some really, really positive things.
And I always said that we needed to do something on MLK weekend. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think we really turn it up.
Right.
Like when St. Patrick's Day, everybody out there, they all the way out there on Water Street.
Everything.
And then I think when we get to Martin Luther King Day, it's just a speech.
Right.
We don't really go all the way up with it. You know what I mean? And I think that I always felt that, if we did that for our key holidays, which is Black History Month,
right,
and Martin Luther King, MLK Day, we went all the way up,
Yeah.
100%. It would instill a lot of the pride in our community as well.
Yep. And the reason we're doing it in evening of celebration is because it engages all of us. It gives more than just 2 or 3 of us an opportunity to talk to our community regarding our endeavors starting that new year. And so to begin with the small business mixer and to have different businesses come in and networking, it's going to be really, really nice.
How can the small business get involved?
They should give us a call at 612-237-5118. We got 5 businesses. See, Divine Intervention, Save Our Seniors. There's a few businesses. I wish I knew them by heart. And I apologize, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. But Teas Cakes. But we got about 5 businesses so far. We'd love to have between 10 and 12. And then, of course, Clientele Podcast is here. But they give us a call at 612-237-5118. They support the show, but within that, they get that first 2 hours, and we're going to do engaging network. This ain't just you sit there and you figure it out yourself. We're asking everyone to know everyone, introducing yourselves, and we'll have about 6 or 7 of the businesses who owners come up and talk about their businesses.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
And many times when we talk about having something around Martin Luther King Day, the celebrations, it's really a celebration of our journey.
Yeah.
And actually working together to see what we can do to further his legacy.
Right.
In our own lives. So this is why I think it's powerful. Also, there is an evening where there will be a tribute to Barry White and Marvin Gaye.
That's where the fun starts.
Hey.
I mean, it's fun, but it gets funner. So from 6 to 8, we're doing the mixer. But then at 8 o'clock, I do a Barry tribute. I've been doing it for 12 years. So with the live band, it's the Soul Session Band out of Milwaukee. They'll be kind of playing for us. And there's a guy named Jonathan Winstead coming in town from Nashville, Tennessee. He's just a bad dude, and he's doing Marvin Gaye. So,
oh, wow.
So we're doing 2 sets, about 10, 11 songs apiece of some of the most classic songs that Marvin Gaye and Barry White have ever performed.
That's powerful.
Yeah, man.
Hey, look. Give the information on how they can get involved, how people can get tickets, how people can be a part of the small business mixer. Get that information one more time.
I want everyone to call J. Most at 612-237-5118. 612-237-5118. We do have some tickets remaining. It's not a lot, but we do have some remaining.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I can't wait to see it. This is around the time of the year where I felt like many times the messaging gets lost.
Right.
About building a better community for us. I think that we do some reflecting, but we don't make the connections.
Right.
And this is a connecting event.
Yes.
That's powerful.
And that's what world-class events and promo and Women Unite to Win, that's what we do. And just understand, man, I've been doing works in our community since I was 16. I graduated from Vincent in 83.
Okay, V House.
Went first 4-year class of Vincent. And Webster, Vincent, and then off to different colleges, and I played ball and all that stuff. But I love community, and I've always been about engaging our community, uplifting our community, empowering our community. And so being in Minnesota the past, let's say 20 years, I've done so much for that community. It's time to bring it home. Any skill that I've honed, all the programs that I've implemented there, I'm bringing them back home.
That's powerful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Miss Teresa, you deal with a lot of people that have tragic events because you had to deal with it yourself.
Yes.
Can you explain what you are doing right now? Because you had to go through a tragic event, and now you're starting to build a platform to help others.
Yes. In 2012, my son was murdered. He was shot in his back twice. He was 22 years old. And I always wondered, what would I do in remembrance of him? It was so life-changing. I didn't think about anybody else at that time. I only thought about myself because it was a situation that I was dealing with. But I always wanted to reach back and help somebody else that was dealing with the same thing I was dealing with, because I started hearing it so much. It started being like you know how you buy a vehicle and you feel like you got this special vehicle, then you just keep seeing it on the road.
Right.
Yeah, and I just kept hearing it over and over. It was happening so often. So I wanted to do something, but I really didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to do anything on my own. I wanted to be inspired by God to do it. And I recently received what I was looking for October. Was it October 9th, Jay? October 9th. October 9th. I felt a heaviness. And I really couldn't identify what it was at that time. But by October 11th, I got a release in my spirit. And I said, I wish I could speak with my son. I wish I could talk to him. And then I felt the relief. And then I know so many other mothers who have experienced what I've experienced. And about 5 names dropped in my spirit, and I reached out to them. And I was afraid that, because it was a Saturday, and I was afraid that I would put a damper on their Saturday, only to find out it was almost like a phone call they were waiting for. And we all got together, and we all sat down, and we all had a conversation. And I originally wanted to do the podcast because I get so inspired by my clients, and they always say they're inspired by me. So that's why I had the name already, Clients Tell, because my clients tell me so much and I tell them so much. It kind of went in a different direction at that junction, though, because I wanted to talk to these women. So that's my very first episode, talking to mothers with the same experience that I've had.
The Client Tales podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's on YouTube.
Yes.
And you're dealing with mothers dealing with tragedies similar to yours, or just tragedies, period.
After a while, it'll be tragedies, period.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's so ironic that all of the mothers, they've all experienced losses, but different losses. One was suicide, one was death by accident, it was a drowning, and one by a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
So that gave the listeners the opportunity to hear like 3 different scenarios, because mine is homicide. So that's
right.
all. Yeah, that's.
But we want fathers too, though. We want fathers too.
Yeah.
Well, look, we're gonna run the break, and when we come back, J. Mose, you deal with a lot with mental health.
Yes.
I want to talk about that because I was talking the other day that I see a lot of different things going on in the community.
Yes.
And there's a lot of conversation about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of those things that when we talk about it, is there any action behind it?
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about that when we get back.
Sure.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, we got J. Most, we got Miss Teresa in studio. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
For 20 years, Capco's Kids to Kids toy drive has brought our community together, sharing the importance of giving, encouraging acts of kindness, and us kids helping other kids.
Join Capco and WTMJ for the 20th anniversary and a celebration of giving on Saturday,
December 13th at the Kasmeric Center for Human Performance in Grafton. This is more than just a toy drive. It's about community and learning how generosity can change lives across Wisconsin.
Be part of the magic.
Bring your family, bring your friends, and most importantly,
bring toys!
Because the joy of giving is the greatest gift of all.
Let's make this Christmas brighter for each child and family. Learn more at kidstoKidstoydrive.com. That's kids, the number 2, kidstoydrive.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It starts with a spark. At Milwaukee College Prep, they nurture that spark from age 3 through 8th grade, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of their students face economic hardship, but that does not define them. At MCP, they see students' potential, and they help them live up to that potential. 4 campuses, 1 mission. College and beyond, MCP is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got guests, Truth Nation. We got J. Most, we got Miss Teresa. There is an event coming January 17th, and it is going to be a powerful event, an evening of networking, an evening of just tributes to Barry White, Marvin Gaye. There is a small business mixer from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and we want the community to come out during Martin Luther King weekend for another powerful event.
We do. And, you know, we've been tagging most of our stuff on social media as Milwaukee 45 and up. Now, that doesn't mean if you're 30, 35, you can't attend. But what we're saying is at 45, we have a maturity that we carry.
Right.
And we want whatever age you are, if you're an adult, to come in with that level of maturity that kind of goes with aging. And so we do 40, 45 and up programming, man, and we're going to stay consistent with that because that is an open gap here in our community in terms of giving that crowd some things to do.
And this is a great time to make sure that the business ideas align.
Yes.
You know, as moving forward into it'll be 2026, setting the ideas and sharpening the ideas when it comes to entrepreneurship in the community.
Right. And we're going to sharpen them by being around other knives that are sharper or just as sharp. We can sharpen ourselves off one another. And I think that's another missing piece here. You know, it's not that it's not happening, but it's not happening in abundance. And it's I think the younger generation are making things happen. But at 40, 45, and 50, it's almost like, man, you semi-retired. No, this is when we have our newest life. This is when we have our biggest dreams.
That's when everything kind of makes sense.
It really does, you know?
You don't have all of that extra.
Right.
You shouldn't. Okay.
You ain't
but
playing
sometimes
around
that TikTok, sometimes that social media. But I want to talk about this mental health because you deal with mental health. You talk about a lot of things that you're doing as far as working with people to deal with mental health. What are some of the things that you're doing in this space?
Well, the way we've done it with Command Steppers, first of all, we take a beautiful dance that I learned out of Milwaukee, and I brought it all the way around the upper Midwest.
So you do mental health with dancing.
We bring you all in through couples dancing, group line dancing, but you still got to have an engaging factor. You still got to have a community outreach, a community relationship style of bringing that dance too. See, it's more than just coming in for dancing, but this is why they come. Once they get there, you know, we open up with our small discussions in the beginning. We do the lessons at the end. Before you know it, they start telling us, and we find out some problems that they're having in the gut. We start finding out that they got high blood pressure. We start finding out that, you know, there's some brain health issues. We start finding out that there's some substance abuse issues. We find out all of these things, cancer, the whole deal. So then we began to work with some of our agencies to get pre-screenings, testings, all of those other data results.
Advocating.
Yeah, we began. Now, my agency is a little different because I have 40 registered volunteers with my crew. So I got a real team.
Okay.
So we can actually go out and do the work and make it happen. And we got Latinos, Hispanics, blacks, whites. We have it all. All ethnicities are covered. And that's documented online. You can see it. Okay.
Where do they go to online then?
They can go to the Command Steppers page. They can go to the JMOST, J-M-O-S-T page, or the J-A-Y-M-O-S-T page. They can go to the Cultural Wellness page on Facebook. They can go to the Command Steppers. Y'all Can't Beat Us, and that's just our dance page. That's our dance channel on YouTube. So there's a few places that they can go.
That's what's up.
And you'll be able to just kind of check the timeline and see the marvelous works. Our turkey giveaway that we did a few weeks ago was just phenomenal. We did over 300 turkeys by Jenny O, but the beautiful thing is 46% African descent. There was a 30% Asian descent, 20% black descent, and then other. So it's beautiful. Now that's who decided they would want to come and take part. So
that's what's up.
And that's what we do.
Now, dealing with tragedy, because I have to deal with tragedy all the time. I always say that a lot of people, they talk about mental health, you know, but when you see the community, every year seems like we're talking about it, but are we getting results from the conversation? How do you feel about that?
For us, we make sure we're results oriented. So, you know what I mean? I see what happens in other communities, but for us to take the time to concern ourselves with what ain't happened when we have a lot of time to actually be actionaries and make things happen. So with our group, we make it happen. So the results are there, and we got the proof, and we got the documents, and we got the data, we got the percentages. You see what I'm saying? We got the stats. So you are right, but again, with me and the way I move and the way we move, we make results happen.
Right, because you start dealing with people from where they are.
Yes.
And when you said that they come to you and they talk about their health issues, their relationship issues and things like that,
we make sure we get the necessary.
You start helping them and starting to walk them through the issue.
100%.
That's what's up.
100%. And it can go, and that's a wide range. That's a wide range. But the states, whether it's the state of Wisconsin or whatever, the states have their responsibilities. The city has its responsibilities, and the counties have their responsibilities. Right. So between one of those branches of government, we're going to find a way to get the resources we need to help this population. If we don't get the resources, just like you, we're just going to do it on our own.
Hey, that was the best way for me because there was a lot of red tape.
Right.
And I didn't have to deal with it.
And I want to tell the whole city now that we're looking forward to our merger and doing great works. Clientele Podcast, I'll Wait, that's our agency, my companies, and yours, big fella. We're finna do some real work. We all are doing it independently, but the merger's going to be strong.
Well, I think that it takes a community to save a community, and it's time to fix the village. It's time to fix the hole in the village.
Yes.
And get rid of the people that stopping the village from prospering. Right?
I'm with you.
It's a lot of things we got to do, but I want to ask Miss Teresa a question. When it comes to mothers dealing with the stress of losing the child, losing a loved one, nobody wants to bury their child, and no matter how it happens. But how do you help the women deal with that? The loss of a child, a loss of somebody that they birthed. I mean, that is something that unless you're a mother, which you are, and had to go through it, that you can't. There's no way you can deal with that.
Yeah, and I guess it's different for all of us.
Right.
Like, there's no cookie cutter solution for what we feel and what we go through. And you can ask any mother, because I've been on a panel where they've asked all of us, and all of us have had different answers. So it's different for everybody. I never tell anybody how to do it, because how long it takes, what you do, all of that is kind of determined by you and your relationship with God or whatever your source of help is. Jay has been so instrumental in this last year because we grieve all the time. I mean, me and my clients have a running joke that I sit on the side of the bed for hours like blank, because I really don't have anything my thoughts are running. I'm a creator, so I create stuff, and I'm an artist. My son was too, and my daughter is. She sketched too, and sometimes I can just go blank for hours. But after I did Stepping with the Stars, after I met Jay, dancing is a great resource. That's a great way of I'm not a phenomenal dancer, but I do know how to do it because Jay and being in a social atmosphere too, because I've went and just watched too. And my sister, my sister comes with me, my mom comes with me, my godmom, my aunts, and they all older. They all seasoned women, and they love to just watch it too. So my auntie, I thought this last event we went to, Jay was being honored, and I thought that my auntie didn't have a good time. And then I found out later, she was like, "Oh, I can't wait till we do something else." And I was thinking, "Oh, okay, good," because I was thinking, but I think that it's good to just get out and be social. Shout out to
MSBU, Lisa and Cynthia and the rest of the crew, Houdini and them. Shout out to MSBU. They're the ones that put on Stepping with the Stars, and they're the ones that did the honorarium for me and about 15 other community members.
Well, look, I'm going to give y'all the last words before we run the break. What do you want Truth Nation to know?
Go first.
There is help. We don't have to do it by ourselves. It's a whole community of us. I encourage women, mothers, and that's what I speak on mostly, because that's what I am. Right. So I don't say a whole bunch about the fathers. It's not because I don't have something to say. I just kind of reserve that for another time. But I mostly talk about mothers because that's what I am. It's a whole community of us. Don't go through this in silence. Don't go through this by yourself. Don't think you're by yourself, because it's a whole community of us. Tune in to Client's Tale on YouTube. I think it'll be helpful for a lot of even people who haven't experienced it, just to be knowledgeable about what to say at that time when it happens to somebody that you know or that you love.
That's powerful.
First off, I want to give a shout out on the chat, Tory. Josh Jermaine 78. They're doing some really, really nice responses, and I just want to say, shout out to you, Josh Jermaine 78. I like the responses and the questions, and there are some resources regarding mental health around here. But just like with the grief program, we still have to find people like us that we associate with. We just don't come through those doors asking for help a lot. Sometimes we got to go find it, and sometimes they have to know we exist, and then they got to feel the spirit. They got to feel it. You know what I mean? And it's just like getting help for anything. But what I want Truth Nation to know is that Jay Holmes, a.k.a. Jay Most, my leadership is back. I'm here to help our community in any way possible. The programs and the things that I have in mind are going to provide empowerment for a segment of our people that are really in need. There's a segment, Milwaukee is divided into 3 segments, and the one segment is pretty well taken care of. And actually, I see a lot of the rich getting richer in that segment, and that's fine, too. That's what y'all do. But these other 2 segments, we back, and we're getting ready to help empower, uplift, and nurture that particular genre and that particular population. So we're here, man.
All right.
You know, we're here.
Hey, look, we got a lot of work to do 2026.
Yeah, we got time.
Hey, I tell people, look, you got to get active. You got to get out here on the front lines. The only way we're going to turn anything around is if we actually take the initiative.
Right.
That's the only way it's going to happen.
Right. And it's a creative initiative. It's creative. We got to do unorthodox programming. We can't be of the norm. You know, it's unorthodox.
Hey, well, look, thank y'all for coming through.
Yes, sir.
And look, I'm looking forward to the event. And like I said, we got a lot of work to do. I'm looking forward to it.
January 17th, y'all, at 100 Gems Plaza, 6737 Titonia Avenue. Doors open at 6. Small business mixer from 6 to 8. The Barry White Marvin Gaye tribute show from 8 until Tory, Lowe, and your
Liz Brown.
And Liz Brown will be hosting. We're gonna have a blast. And thank you, Teresa Langford. Thank you, Tory Lowe, for this opportunity. Thank you, Truth Nation.
All right, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Your benefits, competitive. And you built a culture so healthy, it's practically kombucha. Also, you can recruit the best. Building the strong workforce your company needs? That's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, your skills get built. Best practices get hands-on practice. And industry-led programs equip candidates for their first day. Going up. By graduation day. Here's to turning real up-and-comers into your next hires. Here's how you get there. Here at MATC.
Saving energy and money? It's easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%. And make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com. Again, that is WeEnergies.com.
Most elves have pointy shoes. I have 4 paws.
Ho, ho, ho. Pallet, how's my favorite helper making the season shine?
Oh, just sprinkling a little color wherever I go. You see, Santa, my person's a veteran, and some days the memories are heavy. When her skies turn gray, I help fill her heart with shades of hope, the purple of laughter, the blue of courage, and the happy hue of joy.
Sounds like you're painting the world brighter.
That's right, Santa. I'm more than her service dog. I'm her living paintbrush. With every swoosh of my tail, I add a stroke of cheer to her canvas. With every longing gaze, I brush love on the picture we're creating together. A masterpiece, wrapped in warmth and tied with a bow.
Now that's a gift you can't put under a tree.
This season, help paint the picture. Learn more at dogsinc.org.
Oh, oh, oh.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers defeated the Bears 28-21 in a crucial rival matchup. The Bears dropped to 9-4 while the Packers improved to 9-3-1. Head coach Matt LaFleur after the game.
Got to give the Bears a ton of credit. We knew it was going to be a tough challenge, and it was exactly that. It took a full 60 minutes, and we're fortunate that we made a play when we needed to at the end of the game. But
Packers head to Denver next Sunday to take on the 11-2 Broncos. It's in-season tournament week in the NBA, and the Bucks fell out of the competition. That means their next game is Thursday against the Boston Celtics. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Badger Volleyball gets the sweep this weekend against Eastern Illinois and UNC. The team advances on to the Sweet 16. Their next matchup is against Stanford in Austin, Texas on Friday. Their game begins between the hours of 1 and 2 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got a situation that we got to cover. A lot of people probably was talking about it on The Truth. Maybe the other shows was talking about it, but it's all over social media. I shared it on my social media. Something happened with right here in the Wisconsin. Probably 2 hours away? Probably 2 hours away from Milwaukee. There's a video going viral over a white woman from Cinnabon that has been making this rounds on social media, and she called a group of Somalis, all the stuff going on with these Somalis, boy. Somali couple, the N-word. And it's been making this rounds, and she had no shame. There wasn't no shame in her game. We got some video of this. I'm going to give y'all 30 seconds to tune in to this one because y'all don't want to miss this. Y'all know when I give y'all a little chance to get on and see this is something extra. I don't know if y'all done seen this video or heard about this, but this white woman went off the chains, went off the walls, started talking out the side of her face, calling this Somali couple the N-word, and said, yeah, I'm racist. Who cares? She came out, her true colors came out right behind the Cinnabon counter. If you watch it, all right, time's up. If you watch this rebroadcast live, we got some video and audio on this. Let's listen.
Back here in Wisconsin, a Cinnabon employee is fired after a racist rant that went viral. The TikTok video shows the Cinnabon worker in Ashwaubenon making offensive statements and gestures and calling herself a racist.
Racist? That's I am racist.
So idiot, for
and
real.
you are.
The person who posted the video says she started recording after the employee started making derogatory statements about her hijab, the headscarf that many Muslim women wear. In a statement tonight, Cinnabon said, quote, the individual seen in the video was immediately terminated by the franchise owner. Their actions and statements are completely unacceptable and in no way reflect the values of Cinnabon, our franchisees, or the welcoming environment we expect for every guest and team member.
Now, I'll say this. I got the video posted on my Facebook, Tory Lowe on Facebook, Tory Lowe, King on Facebook. I had to share this because the way that this woman was just being free with it and out there, outright just disrespectful. I mean, I'm surprised that the Somalis were so calm and didn't hop over the counter. I'm surprised. But I got a question, though. I got a question, Truth Nation. I got a question. Should white people go to jail? Should white people be charged for calling black people or somebody the N-word? Should white people, due to the history, due to the grotesque ideas that took place, should they be charged with like something? Should there be a charge for calling somebody the N-word? I want to know. 833-212-1017. Because it has a historic depth to it almost. It's actually almost a death. Like it has blood on it. When white people say the N-word, it got blood on it. Should that be considered a threat? Should that be considered a life-threatening to the black person? That there's like almost like a something to where, you know, you should be able to get away with however you respond. I don't know, like give them the soul fist. Should white people go to jail for saying the N-word because of his history? Knowingly. That's my question. 833-212-1017. I mean, I think it should be some kind of ticket or some kind of penalty or some kind of price they should pay because of the historic magnitude when they use the word. Maybe a fine or something, like maybe like a $2,000 fine for saying the N-word. And some community service in the black neighborhood. Maybe picking up the trash along the highway or something like that. 833-212-1017. Should white folk go to jail for saying the N-word? Somebody tell me. I need some white people to call in. I need to understand. I know this woman don't represent everybody. But look at her face when she said it's all. You can see the evil in her face. We go ahead to the lines. Al, how you doing now? Hello. I'm doing one. Let's keep it 100. Absolutely not, because it's the freedom of speech, and women like that always want to F and suck one.
Oh,
and
wow.
if you put a black man in front of her with 10 inches, it'll be all inside of her ass. That's why them ones who say it all the time, all them ones who be up there who say that all the time, be up there at the truck stop giving that kitty litter and all that thrown away. That's why you got all them mixed babies up there. So it doesn't bother me, because everything they call is everything they mama, they daddy, they grandmama, and they granddaddy want to F and suck, because it's in their roots. And they know who got the baddest yam-yams and tam-tams, because they're nothing but dribblers. So you can call us N-words all you want, because you know when you close your eyes and you F your wife and your husband, you really want to F what you want to call. And none of them can argue that. Have a great day.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. 833-212-1017. I think you can make a case. Even though we got freedom of speech, if you go into the courthouse and you say you're going to kill the president or one of them judges, you don't think you ain't going to go to jail? Yeah. You're going to go to jail. You can go to jail. Freedom of speech is only if it's a certain, you're using it in a certain way that's cordial. But I think that you can make a case
for at least for white people saying the N-word. Somebody say we say it. Somebody said no because we said. Hey, I'll tell you this: when we use it, we tried to take the word and flip it, but it brought the same destruction. That's how I feel about it. We thought we was taking it and trying to flip it into a word that maybe, we can own the word and try to use it and take it away from them. But I'll tell you this, it brought that same destruction. It brought the same detriment of losing lives to the community. A lot of people just think that we should just erase and not say it. But I'm just talking about due to the history. Kawana says $2,000 fine for over $90K to gift her. They'll take the white new scam. I don't know what. I'm trying to figure out what she was trying to say. I don't think legal charges should be imposed on racial slurs. No, I'm talking about the N-word. I'm talking about how the strongest word to me is due to slavery, due to American slavery. Stay on subject now, Truth Nation. Stay on subject. Stay on subject. Stay on the N-word. Don't go and mix everybody. Y'all always mixing everybody else stuff with the N-word. No, I'm talking about what happened when they was doing and saying the N-word to black Americans with hanging, rape, breeding, selling families. I'm talking about that. You tell me what other word came with that kind of intensity on American soil. You tell me what's another word on American soil. Let's keep it in the pocket. Let's keep it in the pocket. Don't mix nobody's stuff with yours. Y'all always look outside yourselves. All I'm saying is the N-word for white people it should be like a fine. Be due to the actions. I'm just saying it'll stop a lot of this. Hey, look, when we come back, who we got on the line? Mahan. We got Mahan on the lines. We're going to talk to Mahan when we get back. We got some talk to text. We got some chat. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to ESPN NBA analyst Monica McNutt. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, I'll
How about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, ho, ho. So many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about this Cinnabon worker that was fired recently for basically using the N-word and saying she was a racist. But then she started a GoFundMe or something like a GoFundMe. I don't think it's on a traditional GoFundMe site. It's on one of those racist GoFundMe sites where she got over $100,000 raised due to being fired for being a racist. I didn't even know they had a system where people can give to people who are being extremely racist. Wow. Maybe I should do one of them Dave Chappelle numbers and act like I'm a racist and get paid or something. I don't know. What was the Dave Chappelle character that was black, but Clyde Bigsley. But we got Mahan on the lines. How you doing, Mahan?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Blessings, brother.
Blessings.
What's on your mind?
All right, man. This how I feel about it. It's 2025, and I'm not going to say I have respect for the woman, but at least she's not hiding it. You got a lot of people that be hiding it. Okay.
Right.
Now another thing, I want everybody to keep an open and active mind on this. Right. Us black folks use that word in hate, in love, in joking manners, in whatever.
Right.
Okay. And if it was so much of a bad word, why do we keep using it?
Somebody asked that question,
and I think, and I think that it's no different from a female calling each other bees, right?
Right.
You know how they play, B, 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 and then all of a sudden they get out the clique and somebody call them a bee, and then they take it personal.
Right. But as long as you in the clique, they don't take it personal.
Right, and then it's like we said amongst each other, whether, kill that in, F that in, whatever. But as soon as a white woman uses it in 2025, it's a problem. Yeah, it's a problem. But if we gonna call it a problem, let's go all the way across the board.
All right. Well. Let me. Hold on.
And then we turn around and call each other that.
Hold on. All right. I got you. I heard what you're saying, and I agree to a large portion because I try to tell people like you got to be careful with what you use because the word, whether if you think it's a term of endearment or not, it still got the blood on it, right? Which still causes the same damage. And I think that what we do is a trauma response. I think that we take a word that was. We'll take a word and flip it to try to make it mean good, like the word bad. Like we took the word bad and made it mean something that's good. Oh, look at that car. That's bad. You know what I mean? Right. We'll take a word and try to flip it, but that don't mean the frequency and the vibration has flipped, right? So I think that when we took the word to try to use it as something that we can kind of stomach, it brought over the same results. But I don't think that it's the same as when white people use it because they put a lot of the blood on the word throughout history. So yeah, we do try to make up for it and say, okay, we use it as a term of endearment. If you get mad at somebody, you're going to say it to them. And I said, if somebody shoots you, the last words you probably hear is what?
But see, brother,
Okay.
can I ask you a question?
Go right ahead.
Can you condone and condemn some? Can you condone and condemn something at the same time?
No. What I'm saying is, I'm telling you what's happening.
That's all I'm saying.
No.
There's
I'm telling you.
condoning,
Hold
there's
on. I'm telling you what's happening. I'm not condoning or condemning. I'm just telling you what the psychological is. And it ain't nothing you gonna say to change it.
So when we use the word, are we condoning it or are we condemning it?
Well,
When
I
we
think
talk amongst each other?
when we use the word, I think that we just tried to take something that was used as something hateful toward us, and we tried to spin it, but we got spun. That's how I feel about it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Because it doesn't matter if it's contradiction or not. It's what's happening. And a conversation ain't going to change that. But I don't think that when a black person say the N-word, it has the same historic outcome as it did when white people used it.
All right.
So I believe
I get what you're saying.
I don't believe it has the same treachery and fiber as when white people use it.
Okay.
So that with that.
All right, well, bro, that's I just wanted to speak my piece. I didn't want to make it seem like
I appreciate
I was riding with the woman, but at the same time, we got to call a thing a thing,
Right. And I'll tell you this. I think you're right on when you talk about the way we use the word and how it has affected the community. And like I said, the frequency on words do not change. And I think that we'll try to make something what we want it to be, but it is what it is. But we try to strip someone from using it and taking control over the word. So I think that many times and it's other words that have that same connotation. Like you said, the B word. A lot of women call each other that word, but if you're not in their clique, if you're not around them, you can't call them that word. It's a lot of words like that people use that they can call around their friends and buddies and they won't take it serious, but you get outside their friends and buddies and they're serious. So, but I don't think no word, even with that being said, has the same weight and historic damage as when white people say the N-word. I don't. It's nowhere in United States that carries as much blood. Yeah, in the English language. Yeah, like I said, it does not. So you can say we say it, but why did we start saying it? When it's been embedded, I think it's a trauma response. I think that we used it as a trauma response. It's like somebody always telling somebody they ugly. You ugly. Then the person will be like, well, I'm the ugly duckling. Like I'm the ugly duckling, the one that grew into a beautiful person. Like it's stories to try to balance out certain ideas to flip it. But it's still not as bad as the original word. And I think that white people hold on to the original value of the N-word. And it still is strong when people hear it. They still react crazy when they hear it. I'll tell you a story. And I may not got time to tell the story because it's, I'll tell you a story on the other side when we get to the top of the hour. But I had run-ins with the N-word. I had people try to deal with me in a rough way when I was out in Iowa, Minnesota with the N-word. But like I said, I come back to the hood and people say it all the time. I don't get offended because I'm not on the auction block. I'm not being sold. I'm not being whipped. I'm not being raped. Understand what I'm saying? The magnitude. So, hey, when we come back, here we go. We got Eddie on the lines. I don't know if Eddie should join in on this one. Just how the cutoff button ready. When we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
This is 1017 The Truth, Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
On Sunday afternoon, the Milwaukee Panthers continue their homestand as they take on the Indiana State Sycamores.
3-on-2, Pippa White into the paint, reverse layup for EPW. Hubbard nearly dragged the pivot foot at the top. Run a wheel play, Seth gets it back, rises up for an 18-footer and hits it.
Scott Warris has the coverage Sunday starting at 12:30 on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 1 p.m. Where strong voices meet strong opinions.
The district had as a whole was 59.5. That was awful. It was bad. But it is not just the MPS story. It is a story for the city of Milwaukee when you talk about some of these schools. So when we talk about the state of education, we just can't always talk about MPS. We got to talk about Milwaukee as a whole and why there are so many failing schools in Milwaukee. But we bash MPS, understand it is beyond MPS. MPS just has to educate your kids. But I love the fact that we have a new superintendent that is acknowledging that these scores are not good enough. I love the level of accountability. Casellia said in response to the results, she said we need to grow more and faster to truly meet and exceed the expectations that our families and community have for us and the expectations we have for each other as educators. Our new literacy plan is the first step towards a stronger growth. And I love it.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from 12 to 1, streaming live on YouTube and on 1017 The Truth.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. A large investment will go towards the creation of an AI programming lab in Waukesha. Waukesha County Technical College received a $2 million donation from the New Berlin-based company Piper Power. The money goes towards building a second floor for the new Applied AI lab. The second floor will give the college a chance to consolidate programming and the technology program into one building. Fired for making racist comments at Cinnabon and Ashwaubenon, the employee at Bay Park Square Mall was recorded making offensive remarks toward a customer wearing a hijab, even calling herself a racist. The interaction was captured on video. Cinnabon commented on the viral video that the worker was fired. The company emphasized that the employee's actions do not reflect the company's values. Milwaukee County bus riders will have to pay more to ride starting in January. The Milwaukee County Transit System says the fixed rate for one adult to ride the bus will rise from $2 to $2.75. Reduced fare rates themselves will rise as well from $1 to $1.25. Monthly riders could pay as close to $1,200 for all of 2026. The increased rates come as the transit system faces a $14 million budget gap for next year. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we've been having an interesting conversation about, should white people go to jail for saying the N-word? To a black person, you know. It should, you know, we trying to get hate crime laws out here. But is that a word that derived from hate? From hatred? Now, really, a city girl says the N-word is a racial slur, but if that word is elevated on the level of a physical threat, then there should be assault charges for self-defense. Otherwise, it's just a word and means nothing. Hey, we got Eddie on the lines. How you doing, Eddie?
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Good day, Tory Lowe. I love that city girl. She is so smart. And I saw her picture. She's not bad looking either, Tory. But she is smart and concise, and that's what I've always liked when I follow her. She's smart. Tory, why? Let's just break it down here, okay? Why is it offensive to use the N-word? You're a black man. Tell me why.
And why is it offensive for white people to use the N-word?
Yes.
Because to me, it got blood on it. It's got a lot of blood on it.
Okay.
And that word comes with a lot of different ideologies that kind of was never repaired. So to me, that word it has that history to it. So yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way about it. And if you say it to me, I'm gonna slap you in the face.
Okay. So when black people insult white people, I'm Italian. You know how many times blacks have called me honky?
Okay, all right. Well, answer this question. What word? We had this conversation. We had this conversation before, and you told me. I said, "What word?" We had this conversation. I can go back. I wish Andrew was around long enough to go back and get it out the archives.
I remember.
We had this conversation, and you said that those words mean nothing. So let's forward it. And you said the only word that you may get offensive about is being called white trash.
Right. When white people call each other white trash,
that's what you said. So
they're just like, what? White trash.
But you said it yourself that there is not a word.
I did. Yeah, I did.
That is as intense. And when it comes to whites, and so, like I said, I'm just saying the historical factor is in play. So you know
I should have never gave in.
Come on, no, you gave in, and I should go back and get that conversation, but it's probably buried. That was what, a year ago? Yeah.
All right. Nah, it was more than a year ago. It was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
But let me say this too. What it is, it's about bullying. And I think black people perceive that white people have so much power. The one thing they win at is violence and intimidation. These white people are threatened by us. You say anything, I'll beat your butt, right? Well, I want to say another word, but I'll beat your butt. I'm from Chicago. I'm from Detroit. Don't mess around with mama. Everything's about the end result being possibly a violent result, okay? The problem really isn't blacks who say, I've got a certain way of handling this when somebody calls me the N-word. A lot of people aren't even offended, but they have to pretend that they're offended because that was the deal cut amongst basically 45 million blacks here in America. The problem is white people, like myself, Tory, yeah, I know there's an agreement that if I'm arguing, Tory, I'm on the show. Tory, you can't cut me off.
All right, Eddie. All right. Thank you for tapping in, Eddie. You gotta laugh at Eddie sometimes. Thank you for tuning in, Eddie. We got Julie on the line. How you doing, Julie?
I'm fine, Tory. How you doing?
Fine. How you doing today?
I'm blessed, thank you. Hey, I have some. I don't know. I'm 60 years old, so I've been raised by old school and very, very strict. But this new generation has gotten carried away with the N-word. It is a forbidden word in my household. Has always been forbidden in my household. I don't like it. It's like I said, it's a forbidden word.
Can I ask you a question? Are you white?
I am white.
Okay. So when you hear this conversation that we're having, how do you feel? How did this make you feel?
I get irate about it for the woman at the cashier or the employee to go out and being racist like that. I don't like racist people. To each his own. Everybody has their own opinion. If you are racist, keep your opinions to yourself. Treat people respectfully. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Right.
The golden rule, that's how I feel.
What do you think is the difference now with this younger generation and the older generation, where you said, "Oh, it's a forbidden word," and now you're seeing that these people, this new generation, maybe are using it a little bit more freely. Why do you think it's happening?
Well, the music is terrible. It's used so freely in the music, and everyday vocabulary is.
Oh wow!
It's used so freely. It's disgusting. It can't have a conversation with either race, white, black. I have white friends. I have black friends. I have Mexican friends. I have friends of all different races, and every race that I have, everybody uses the word like it's common practice.
Wow.
Wow. They know that I don't use it. They know that it's not allowed around me, and I hush them.
Oh wow!
So it's just I don't like it, and it's never been. And my kids, they know. My kids are adults now, and they don't use it. At least they don't use it in my presence. My grandkids, who are teens, young teens, they're not allowed to use it. In my presence, anyway.
Right.
It's as far as go to prison, go to jail. I think that's taking it to extreme. A fine. I think a fine would be good. But on the other hand, as a white person, there should also be. I don't know. I wish that it could be erased from the vocabulary.
In a perfect
of everybody.
world.
From everything. Just erase it. Just erase the word.
Because it's too much.
It's too much, too free, it's just too much.
Okay.
It's gone too far.
Well, thank you, Julie. I appreciate you for tapping in. In a perfect world, we can erase it. Maybe in AI, but it's just one of those things where you got to come to the reality that it's too much of it going on, but you got to get back to the nucleus and the root of the word. And that's why I say people, should be fined, when it comes from a background that used it to create the situation that we're seeing today. You knowingly using the word. If you're white and you say the N-word, You knowingly using this word, knowing what the history is. We still don't know all the history. They still ain't told us everything about slavery. They didn't tell you they was having breeding farms and all. We had to find that out. They didn't teach you that in school, how deep it went. Had sons mating with their siblings and all kinds of stuff. Like, we still don't know the extent. But when a white person intentionally says the N-word, they know exactly what they're doing. When we come back, we got Wiki Blue on the lines. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretend conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At every meeting, at every new beginning, at every celebration, they make better happen. At Cousin Subs, better is more than just a word. It's a promise they serve to every party. Their customized party boxes, lunch boxes, party chips, and dozen cookie boxes offer options you need to please any crowd. Whatever your occasion, they will never settle for being just good enough. Order on the mobile app or online at cousinsubs.com. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. we've been having another powerful conversation today, and we got a poll in the chat. Should white people go to jail for saying the N-word? Due to the history, due to the roots, the intention. What they saying? Andrew? What they saying in the poll?
56 say yes, Tory.
56% say yes, they should go to jail.
Straight to jail.
Go. Don't go past go. Don't collect $200. Go straight to jail. Winky Blue.
Hey, good afternoon to you, my man.
Blesses, brother Winky.
You know, I got a on your what's that the hip hop thing? What you call that? When you guys were talking about Sean Diddy.
Yeah, the documentary, The Reckoning.
I know, right?
The Pop Culture Report.
The guy that was doing it, he said he don't know if anybody would touch Sean with a 10-foot pole. Now he come out. I mean, when he come out, he don't have to be touched. He is the toucher. He got the money. He understood that being the producer make more money than being the rapper. Somebody give him the game, man. And one thing about it, the only part I got against Sean Combs is him messing with them boys, man. Because I got more respect for a straight, full-fledged homosexual than I do for a bisexual. Because bisexuals is dangerous. They poison other populations, man. But anyway, that's what I want to say about that. Then coming to the N-word. First of all, brother, the formula to formulate the letter N word, you've already said nigga in your mind. Nigga is the root word. And so to say N word, you had to formulate nigga in your mind to say the N word. The N word, you already said. You said what you said because you know what the root word is. So this is all a joke. It became a phenomenal saying during the O.J. Simpson trial when Thurman, the police officer, was caught saying nigga. And then they changed it and said, they started saying the N-word during the trial. And ever since then, it's took over. When a person says N-word, he's already formulated.
So you don't like the N-word?
Hey, man, it is what it is at this point, man. I done got too old in the game to even change it. Because I say it myself. I say nigga, hunky, cracker dogs. I say it without no conviction. I'm out.
Now, wait a minute. We couldn't even answer the question of the day. You didn't even answer the question of the day, Winky. Wow. Well, I guess I don't practice saying the word. Yeah, I don't. I don't say it on air or anything. I don't say it on the air. I don't say it now. If I'm on the block, if I'm, it is what it is. I used to be a rapper. Yeah, I used to rap. As I got older, I just started drifting away from the whole culture because I didn't know when I was younger, what that was or what I was doing, or I just was following the trends. It was one time I had to break free from being a bot. I was younger. When I was younger, I didn't know. I didn't have grown-ups around me trying to tell me how to do this and how to do that. Yeah, I was indoctrinated. So, but I broke out. I broke free like Neo in the Matrix. And this is how I got here, because I was able to break free from some of the colonized thoughts. So, but anyway, what I'll say is this. I remember the one time when I was in a rock band, and I was the only chocolate chip in the cookie. Like when I was in Iowa, it was not a whole bunch of black people around. These were my college buddies. Northwest Iowa, Okoboji, Iowa, around those areas. It was a tourist area. We had a rock band. And so one night we was out at the bar. We was out at Sneakers. That's what they called it. You had to go to Sneakers first. It was only 2 bars in town that everybody went to. It was a small town. You had to go to Sneakers. That's how you got warmed up. And then you end up at Sarge's, which they called the meat market, like at the end of the night. That, it was a hole in the wall. But one night we was out, and one of my band members was arguing and got into a situation where he got into a fight with this white guy. You know, both of them was white. Craig and the other guy. It was white on white crime about to go down. So this guy was much bigger than Craig. But Craig, when he got drunk, he had this one punch that could rock your world. You know, after that one punch, if you could survive the one punch, you could get him. So they went outside to fight. So I'm in the band. I'm trying to break it up. I go outside to break it up. Like, let's leave this alone. Well, he got the wailing on my friend like pretty good. The one punch didn't work. So I pulled them apart. And soon as he saw me pull him apart, he looked at me and called me the N-word. On the police report, they said I hit him so hard that I broke his jaw. You know, I'm talking about in the instant. I didn't even know I had hit him that hard. It was just that when I was breaking up the fight, he called me the N-word, and soon as they said before he could get the GER completely out his mouth, I hit him in the face and broke his jaw. So after the situation, the police started looking for me. The police was like, come into the band house, come in where I was at. We need to talk to Tory. We need to investigate. And so I was laying low. I was far away from Milwaukee, so I didn't know what to do. I was sitting there like, man, they gonna try to put me in prison for hitting this white boy. Well, I finally turned myself in after 2 days. I finally went up there. Here I am. What's going on? They sat me down. They put the case file in front of me. At that point, he had already went to the hospital. 2 days later, he already had surgery on his jaw. So they had all his medical bills, said I was responsible for all his medical bills, everything. Like they was trying to hit me with assault. And only thing that saved me is because he called me the N-word. And all of the witnesses stories lined up and said all Tory was doing was breaking up the fight, and he called him the N-word, and that's when Tory hit him. All of that got thrown out. And I walked out there out of the police station feeling like $1 million. I was like, whoa, like, cause these white police officers, it's a small town. They know him. They don't know me. So they all familiar. It's all small towns. Everybody know each other. First of all, if you go to a small town, you think they're gonna take your side, and if you ain't go to high school there, and if you ain't, been a part of that culture in that small town, you the alien. Trust me. Only reason I was able to get away with that punch is because my band members and witnesses outside of them wrote down exactly what happened. So I was able to walk free. That's why I say, like, I had a trauma response. And then to make the whole situation crazier, his wife, I think it was, that happened, and then shortly after that, I think it was around Thanksgiving after that, his wife came to the band house to hang out and thanked me for knocking his jaw off the hinges because he was abusive. Yeah, his wife, small towns, go figure. But his wife, she was like, I'm his wife, and he had to sip Thanksgiving through a straw. Yeah, and we was playing cards that night, and she was like cool and everything. Just like, thank you. He changed his life after that. Then, to make things even weirder, after the New Year's came, I saw him out at the bar, and he hugged me. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, like, that was a whole crazy experience. But that's how I know when people use the N-word, they're just using it many times to verbally hurt somebody. They ain't really about that action like that. Maybe a long time ago you was able to get away with a lot of stuff, but during that time, it was only to maybe a trigger response because I was black. He really didn't have it in him to really go all the way through with what he was. The anger, it had a limit to it. Yeah, I think I knocked the racism out of him. So it is what it is. So when I tell people, like, should people go to jail for doing it? Yeah, because when you're causing that much trauma and stress, historical stress on somebody as a white person, you can't tell me you don't know when you call a black person the N-word what you're doing. That's premeditated. 8339 says, Mr. Lowe, I don't think you should make the N-word illegal. In fact, I think the black community should promote saying it even more because it allows you to know who has hatred in their heart towards the black people. I notice a lot of bosses that don't like black people use the word buddy instead of the N-word. I would hate for the white society to catch wind of using the new phrase. Then it would be harder for you guys to know who's against you. Hey, they might switch it up and just say, hey, buddy, how you doing? Look, when we come back, we'll have more conversations. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But, try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, sponsored by FidelityWealthManagement.com. MoviePass CEO Stacy Spikes wants a piece of the growing prediction market pie with his new platform called Mogul, where you can creatively bet on the success of your favorite movie stars and films. Spikes told Bloomberg he's building the model around sports betting, which he says drives engagement for leagues.
When people are doing that, they go to the games and watch the games 75% more. Okay. So the more that you're engaged in outcome and what you think is going to happen, the more likely you are to go to the movies.
Spikes in a conversation with Bloomberg TV's Romaine Bostick. It's a bold strategy, but Spikes thinks it could be the film industry's next big thing.
When you're doing sports are regional. Well, when something like Wicked opens, it opens worldwide. So you have no impediment to worldwide growth, so it could grow very fast.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers defeated the Bears 28-21 in a crucial rival matchup. The Bears dropped to 9-4 while the Packers improved to 9-3-1. Head coach Matt LaFleur after the game.
Got to give the Bears a ton of credit. I mean, it was going to be a tough challenge, and it was exactly that. It took a full 60 minutes, and we're fortunate that we made a play when we needed to at the end of the game. But
Packers head to Denver next Sunday to take on the 11-2 Broncos. It's in-season tournament week in the NBA, and the Bucks fell out of the competition. That means their next game is Thursday against the Boston Celtics. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Badger Volleyball gets the sweep this weekend against Eastern Illinois and UNC. The team advances on to the Sweet 16. Their next matchup is against Stanford in Austin, Texas on Friday. Their game begins between the hours of 1 and 2 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
.101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Have you ever had a membership to Planet Fitness? I did. I used to keep a membership to Planet Fitness. Former Pewaukee Planet Fitness employee accused of sexual assault. What's going on with these employees in these companies? The Cinnabon lady, and now this Planet Fitness employee taking advantage of the job space, creating hostile work environments. Well, if you're watching as we broadcast live, we got some audio on this. Let's listen.
Comes down to a traffic stop involving that employee. Police here tell us there is surveillance video at this gym that backs up the timeline that the girl gave them. But of course, there are no cameras in the locker room or tanning area where this girl says she was sexually assaulted by the employee. Planet Fitness says that worker was fired. Investigators say the crimes happened here in mid-July at Planet Fitness in the village of Pewaukee. A 16-year-old girl told police she left work and walked over to the gym just before 1 in the morning. When she went to shower, the girl says she heard a man's voice asking if anyone was inside. Police say she got out of the shower and went on a treadmill. While working out, investigators say 41-year-old employee Maurice King approached her at least five times, asking if she needed anything. Eventually, the girl told King she was tired. The girl says King invited her to nap in the tanning booth room and told her to take off her clothes. What? Police say King came back into the room multiple times without knocking and sexually assaulted her. When the girl tried to leave, police say King was waiting in the parking lot. She went back inside and says King showed her pornographic videos on his cell phone. Police say King stared at the girl and unzipped his pants. What? On Sunday, police pulled over King for turning into the wrong lane on Capitol Drive. Before police gave him any information about why he was under arrest, King said, quote, "I think I know what this is about," and described a, quote, weird interaction he had with a teenager weeks earlier. King told police he was trying to help the girl because she had nowhere else to go. He says he was checking in on the tanning area to make sure she didn't pass out. King denied any sexual contact with the girl, but police say King did admit to having a sexually explicit video of him and his wife saved on his cell phone. Police say King denied showing the girl that video. Prosecutors charged King with 2 felonies and a misdemeanor.
This guy. This guy. Whoo. There's a lot to unpack with this one. I mean, obviously the girl was in need of help. And I guess he felt that he was going to take advantage he was about to diddy her out. He was trying to diddy her out. This is a sad situation, and I'll tell you this. This is why, man. I mean, they said that he even put his wife in the situation with a video that he had made on the phone with his wife. See, this is where I say this. I always tell people, it's getting more crazier by the day. And this man did this at work, at Planet Fitness, where he was supposed to be helping train people to improve their health. Now he's facing, prison time, 2 felony charges, just like that. I mean, he was always sick. He had to be always a sick individual. But now he'll be behind bars. And this is what I've been telling folks. When I tell you to keep your head on a swivel, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like, she came in there for help. This is Planet Fitness. I don't blame the companies for having sick individuals working. Like, they don't know. I don't blame Cinnabon for what that lady did. I don't blame the Cinnabon company for what that employee did with the N-word. I don't blame Planet Fitness for what this employee did. I mean, how can you avoid it? I mean, you go through the process. Everybody look good on the resume. This is like how when I see relationships, everybody look good when they first get into the relationship. Then as you get into the relationship, you got to meet the mental health issue. Like the person that's been waiting on you the whole time. Hey. Also, I want to talk about this situation where there was some kind of accusations of abuse by staff and Milwaukee parents took action. This is something that when we talk about people doing things at work, this is crazy. Accusations of abuse by school staff. Milwaukee parents take legal action. This is something that's crazy that, they up in the school. So we got Cinnabon, we got Planet Fitness, and now somebody doing something up at the school. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got audio on this. I need y'all to open up your ears. Let's listen.
Well, show me where. Using the word she can, 18-year-old Sharon Dunn is describing the moment she was hit in the face by a paraprofessional at Riverside University High School.
Mouth.
Did it hurt?
Yeah.
Dawn lives with cerebral palsy. Her mother, Shirley Dawn, says she no longer wants to go to school.
I am so hurt by this, man. It not only hurting her, I'm the voice for her.
Milwaukee police say the incident happened back on November 12th. A 39-year-old Nell, former paraprofessional, was arrested. Charges are still pending. Dawn says she wasn't notified until the next day.
School resource officer said, I seen the tape myself, and a child should not have been slapped like that.
Fox 6 hasn't been able to view the footage, but Dawn says she was able to watch it.
He was tying up her shoes, and then he grabbed her off the floor and slammed her on the chair, and then he reached over and he slapped her.
She's joining Kinjala Johnson in taking legal action.
Stop just letting any and everybody in, do a thorough background check.
Video shows Johnson's 5-year-old autistic nonverbal son being grabbed and thrown by a Nell former teacher at Seaford School in September. Prosecutors declined to press charges. Johnson has since transferred her son to a different school.
I'm just hoping that it brings awareness that someone is held accountable, that MPS starts to take this more seriously.
Verona Swanigan is their attorney. She's planning to file a notice of claim with both the City of Milwaukee and the MPS Board of Directors on their behalf, seeking damages.
We need a call to action to protect these children from their inability to speak creates a situation where they become prey.
Salute to attorney Verona Swanigan. I still believe that she could have been the DA back in the day if everybody had have got on board. We'd have had when she challenged DA John Chisholm, we should have got her in there. We missed a couple times where we could have got things correct with our votes, but hey, these paraprofessionals have been in the news this year. And these are people who sign up to deal with troubled kids or kids with IEPs, kids that have learning disabilities. And to me, this is where I say, I don't see how that one guy got off for doing that, for roughing up the one child. He got off. But at the same time, this is what you signed up for. How do you go to work saying you a professional, that you know how to deal with troubled kids with learning disabilities, emotional, lagging in certain educational ideas, and you there to get them some help, and you beating on them. And then they kept bringing one guy back. I forgot the name of the school, but this year, there's been a couple paraprofessionals that have been spotlighted beating on the kids. And one guy kept coming back. Matter of fact, they was using him as a way to threaten the kids. I'm gonna call Mr. William in here if y'all don't sit down. Kept using, because he was known for scaring the kids. They were scared of him. They were terrified of him. Man, I don't know. I hope this new superintendent can do something. I don't know. I hope she can come up with a better plan, a better strategy than what's been happening. But look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, ho, ho. So many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho. Visit the Pella site. And to all, a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
.101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about these paraprofessionals beating up on the babies, and that's crazy work. Why would you even sign up if you ain't got the patience? You know you need a little extra patience for kids with disabilities. And then you should go to jail. I mean, this is wild to me that some of these people are getting away with some of the rough treatment of these kids and they not being charged for it. We got Joyce. I think she wants to chime in on the conversation. How you doing, Joyce?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Tory?
Blessings, Queen. I'm fine.
Good. I would like to comment. I never called before. I always listen at the Lake Show during the night. But when you said about Veronica, I thought Afro-American women, a lot of them who are political, they brought that woman through the railroad track. And I thought it was just terrible, the comments they made. She was somewhere dancing with a red dress on. And she had mental problems. It was just awful, and it was a good way that they could have helped to get John Chisholm out of office. But they passed up on it. One young lady I heard, she said, John Chisholm was he was so good that he was one of the best older brother she had. And I'm thinking comments like that, it turned people away from Veronica Swanigan.
And it shouldn't have.
Wherever she is, she's doing well. And I'm so happy that you brought that up today, because we would have been better off. I really think so.
I made a rap video trying to get the streets to get out and vote for her. I was ready for change at that time. You know, I knew what was happening, and I knew we needed somebody that in there, you know, especially with the mass incarceration going on in this city, especially with a lot of the things that was happening in our community. We needed a real change at that point, but we missed that opportunity.
Yeah, I could name them, but I won't do that on air. But
you know, I know who you talking about.
Okay, good. I'm glad you know, Tory. All right,
exactly
thank you.
Who you talking about, Queen. God bless you. Hey, if y'all don't see what's really going on when people come out against folks that could be beneficial to you, then I ain't nothing I can say. It's folks that come out against me. I just laugh. I think they work for the devil. I do. But it is what it is. We gonna keep it moving. I want to talk about this riders concerned about MCTS fare increase coming in 2026. They trying to increase the bus fare. A lot of people are raising an eyebrow. They barely keeping up with what's going on right now. Everything rising. Everything going up in the city, even the bus fare.
Except our pay, Tory.
Except the pay. Hey, look, we got audio. It might affect you or your loved ones. You need to open up your ears and listen in. Let's go.
New fare increases coming for MCTS riders in 2026. The first single ride fare increase in nearly 20 years.
I think he sucks because I just gave up my car to, try the public transportation.
Some riders concerned as the current $2 fare turns into $2.75 in January.
It's not too bad.
Wow.
People got to get to work.
The increase coming as American Rescue Plan funds MCTS has relied on for years are drying up, and the system is facing a budget shortfall.
It's unfortunate. It's a little more expensive, but it still beats ride shares and all that, so I'll deal with it.
And it's not just single rides. The fare capping system, which allows people to stop being charged after they spend a certain amount of money on rides in a set amount of time, also seeing an increase. The day limit going from $5 to $8, the weekly limit going from $20 to $33, and the monthly from $75 to $99. Riders I talked to more concerned with service.
The rate going up, the bus needs to be on time, more on time.
According to MCTS's 2024 annual report, buses had an 81% on-time performance. Along with fares going up, some lines will be cut. The 20, 28, 33, 34, 55, and 58 will all be eliminated. Those routes making up around 5% of MCTS ridership. 5 routes will also be modified, including the 11, 22, 24, 80, and the 88.
And I have to make a new plan, I guess.
People rarely ride the 33, so it probably wouldn't even be too much of an issue.
For riders, changes might not be done. In their 2026 budget proposal, MCTS says even with the fare increases, quote, MCTS will need to continue right-sizing the system in 2026 and beyond.
All right, there we go. 2026 is going to be interesting. It's just 2025, everything increased. We got taxes went up. What didn't happen this year as far as everything increasing? People got raises. What else? Somebody tell me in the chat. I can't keep up with it all. We talk about it. It was so much to talk about this year. You know, the police department got their money, the school, the politicians, the bus company, the fire department, the rent increase. Eggs went up. I don't know. It went down, though. I think eggs did dropped. Oh, it's still up? Okay, it's still up. I don't know. Orange juice still ridiculous. A gallon of orange juice is what, $8 now? I'm just saying, it used to be $4. So
we got to get you some orange juice. You've been sneezing.
Yeah, I need to get some orange juice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm allergic to something or somebody had a cat. You know I'm allergic to cats. Yeah, I was sneezing. You got a cat, Andrew? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was sniffling today. But you know what? I'll say this. This is going to be a good year, 2026. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm excited. I'm excited for 2026 because there's so many things that are happening that people are planning to do from the front lines. And it amazes me that people still sit back and watch and allow people to run wild after everything we've seen. And with the HACM, with the housing authority, I keep telling people, like, the housing authority just snapped this year. A lot of people are being displaced. They not getting their bills paid. I mean, a lot of the elderly, y'all talk about elderly, y'all talk about disabled, y'all talking about the citizens in their latter years that's using some of the public housing ideas. It's a nightmare. It's been a nightmare. I think Elizabeth Brown sent me something from The Shepherd where they telling their story in The Shepherd of the nightmare that they had this year when it came to housing, with the public housing right here in the city of Milwaukee. And are we paying attention to these stories? We hearing it, but are we trying to do something? Until we start taking action, you're gonna be next. Because the housing, some of y'all, they say 2 paychecks away from being broke.
For being homeless.
2 paychecks away from being homeless. Okay, so the public housing is messed up. So you ain't got that. It's messed up. So where y'all finna go? Y'all, some of y'all too old to be out here working. Y'all need a little break at the end of y'all lives. Y'all need a little relaxation, a little place to call your own. They can't even get the senior citizens thing back up and running for the senior citizens around here. They screaming about that. I can't believe y'all letting all of this happen in y'all neighborhoods and y'all ain't standing out here 1,000 deep, 2,000 deep talking about we ain't gonna have it. Because it's going into 2026. And if y'all take the same mentality of just watching and not taking action into 2026, we come out of 2026, it might not be good for you. But if we all come and start the year off right, kick it off right, it's a lot of things that I got planned that's going to happen in 2026. I'm looking forward to really getting the brothers and sisters on the front lines active. Those that want to be active, you know how we get down. Y'all know how we get down all year. We work on the brothers and the sisters on the front lines. We working on it. But I need the community to start backing some of these brothers and sisters because they losing a little hope. But I'm telling y'all, don't give up. Don't give up. The people gonna come. I don't see how the bus race didn't went up. Y'all might need to, ride share or something. Y'all may not have to do a ride share. All right, look, I appreciate everybody for tapping into the show today. Salute to everybody in the chat. Another powerful chat. Also, should white people go to jail for saying the N-word? Yes, at 51%. 51% say yes. 49% say no. I don't know. We might have to lobby and pass some legislation. All right. Keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harrison Mix.
Coming with straight truth.